Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive channel, your go-to place for the best Reddit stories on the web. If you love diving into amazing tales, crazy confessions, and heartwarming moments from Reddit, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. My ex-husband cheated on me with my sister. It's been 6 years since then, and I just received an email from him. A 33-year-old woman, met my ex-husband, Dan, who is 40, almost 15 years ago at a restaurant when I was celebrating my 18th birthday. He was really nice, charming, and mature. He made me feel loved and special. For some context, I grew up in a dysfunctional family. My mom and dad used to always fight, and my dad would sometimes go out and not come back for months. He died when my sister Abby was born. My mom was overly fond of Abby from birth, rather than me. Abby was basically babied by my mother. She didn't neglect me at all. She always did her best as a mother and provided for me. But I always felt like something was missing. After Dan came into my life, I didn't feel like there was something missing from me. He supported me, he was caring, and he would always buy me gifts and take me on long drives. I felt complete when I was with him. We got married after dating for 4 years. I wanted to start a family right away, but Dan encouraged me to do my master's and helped me build my career. He wanted us to be in a stable financial position before we started thinking about having kids seriously. He was the best guy I could ever ask for. After 5 years of being happily married, I discovered that my husband was cheating on me with Abby. I found out about the affair when my husband made an excuse that he would go out of town for a week, but he stayed in town and booked a hotel room where he and Abby could have sex. This had been going on for 6 months behind my back. I was devastated. Abby and I were close growing up. I loved her and cared for her. How could she do this to me? After the day I discovered the affair, Dan and I had a fight. I asked how he could do this to me, especially with my sister, who had just turned 19. He said he didn't love me anymore, that I didn't give him enough attention, and that I wasn't the same girl he fell in love with. During this mess, I discovered that I was pregnant, but due to the stress, I lost the baby. He didn't even care enough to visit me at the hospital when I lost our child. He was having a weekend getaway with my sister. I should have seen the signs. Abby would always be touchy with Dan, and Dan would sometimes stare at her. It was still very disturbing for me. My mother, as usual, took Abby's side and told me to just make peace with it. I wanted to end my life because I felt like I had no one left. I had lost my child, my husband, and my whole family. Then, my best friend Tina, my savior, came to my rescue. She was moving to another state and asked me to come with her. I said yes. I was already divorced at that point, and we lived in a small town, so I would obviously run into my ex and my sister. It took me a while to settle into my new life in a different state, but I met some kind people there, which helped me heal some of my trauma. I still have trust issues. I met my now husband, Tony, who is 32, after 1 year of moving to the new place. I was really hesitant and kept my guard up, but he showed me that he was trustworthy and loved me a lot. I was so happy with him that I almost forgot about the life I had back in my hometown. His parents were really welcoming and generous. We got married a year ago, and I am now pregnant with our first child. Yesterday, I got an email from my ex, Dan. It brought back all the bad memories. I'm paraphrasing his email. He mentioned that he misses me, tried to find me but couldn't, and that he is very miserable with my sister. He said she is very dumb and doesn't care about him like I did. I used to bake him cakes and throw birthday parties for him, but Abby only texted him, "Happy birthday," and didn't even bother to buy him a cake. He said she is very rude, doesn't respect him, and is always at the bar with her friends. He also mentioned that she has cheated on him 5 times already, the last affair being with his cousin. Our mother doesn't stop her. He will soon file for a divorce, but has been missing me a lot. He wants us to try again as a couple and become a family just like before. Since I don't have social media except for Instagram, which is private, he probably doesn't know that I am married and have a baby on the way. I don't know if I should feel pity for him or just laugh because the grass on his side is very brown rather than green. Update: I just wanted to say thanks to all of you who messaged and showed me support. I have decided to send him an email and be done with it. It goes like this. Dan, I am sorry to hear that you are suffering, but there is no way I would be with you. Yes, there was a time when I would have taken you in a heartbeat, but that girl is not here anymore. That girl died the day I had a miscarriage, and you were somewhere shacking up with my sister. I called you, but you never picked up. I am married to a wonderful man who loves and cherishes me, and I am also pregnant with our first child. I am beginning this new chapter of my life with someone I love and care deeply about. So, please do not contact me ever again. You made your choice. You chose my barely legal sister over me. I do not care if she cheats on you or doesn't respect you. Someone like you doesn't deserve loyalty and respect anyway. I have left my old life in my old town. It would be best for you to move on and reflect on yourself. You are just a deeply insecure man who thought having a young woman by your side would be good. Goodbye. Update 2, March 3rd. A lot of you have been asking me what he replied. Well, he replied within an hour of me emailing him. He said that he was stupid enough to believe I would still wait for him, and that he would always wait for me because, no matter what, I will always be his baby doll. I cringed hard. He used to call me that, but now it feels repulsive. I also got an email from my mom and my sister. My mom just congratulated me and was excited that she is going to be a grandmother. And my sister did the same, saying she would be the cool aunt. I cannot believe these people. They forgot how they treated me when I needed them and, moreover, betrayed me. I cried for a long time because, reading your comments, it seems like my sister and I were groomed by that man. I feel so stupid. I know I shouldn't be mad at my sister, but she was old enough to know it's wrong to have an affair with a married man, especially someone who is your sister's husband. I blocked all of them. I am 5 months pregnant already. I don't need more stress. God bless my husband. He comforted me when I cried and later took me out for ice cream. I hope I can move past this. Update. I've cooled down now and think I can provide a more detailed update. Thanks to everyone who has shown me support. I needed it. The email from my ex just struck me like a train. I had flashbacks of everything he has done to me. After I sent him the reply email, he emailed me within an hour with the contents of what I mentioned in my last update. A few hours later, I received 2 other emails from my mom and sister. They sent them to my old email address that I hardly use now. I don't know how they knew about my pregnancy. I try to keep a low profile. I haven't posted any baby bump pics on social media or made any announcements. I only have Instagram to follow my friends, but it just scared me. I broke down crying on the spot. Luckily, my husband Tony was around. He held me and put me on the couch. He knows everything about me. I've never hidden anything from him. I was a little scared that my mom and sister would find me, but he reassured me that I am hundreds of miles away from them. We are on opposite sides of the country. He took me out for ice cream to comfort me. It took 2 ice cream cones to finally calm me down. I told him about my concerns that my mom and sister might demand to see my baby. It's a girl. My husband told me he would speak to his uncle, who is a police officer, to keep an eye out for my mother and sister. Even if they come here and try to force themselves on me, he said he would fight for it. He will consult his lawyer friend about this matter. He assured me not to worry about my ex. He cannot harm me anymore. My husband even joked that he would move countries if necessary. Lastly, someone in my post commented that I should alert the daycare about my mom and sister in case they try to steal my baby. However, we aren't planning to put her in daycare. Even though I am currently working, I decided to quit my job and focus on taking care of my baby and healing from childbirth. I have a good amount of savings in my personal bank, and this is my own decision. I will return to work when our little princess is a bit older. My in-laws are amazing. My mother-in-law and father-in-law live nearby, and they are both good people who offered to help with my child. Apart from my in-laws, I have a good support system too. Tina and her wife, Jenny, have basically adopted me, and they're really good people who have always helped me. I don't know what will happen in the future, but at least I am surrounded by some good people that I never had growing up. Now, I will take my leave and enjoy my husband pampering me. If something significant happens, I will keep you updated. My ex, sister, and mother are all blocked. There have been no updates. Thanks for tuning into today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.